congratulations on this album. It's an absolutely fantastic debut album, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we're pretty proud of it.
It was such a weird year, 2020. What was it like having a debut album come out during a year where worldwide so much of us couldn't do very much for the year?
Yeah, it's been pretty difficult, pretty weird, because we were going to do a tour and play a lot of shows and everything accompanied by the debut album, but nothing of that really happened. So we're excited to hit the road in autumn.
Yep.
So yeah, right now it's just a lot of online presence and try to stop this bad situation.
Yeah. Did you have to?
I know that people are having it a lot worse. So.
Yeah. Did you have to go about the release differently? Because for a band who's been out there for 20, 30 years and got a legion of fans, they could drop an album during the quarantine and know that people would still go and buy it. But for a debut album where people would be just discovering you, did that change how you released the album because of the lockdown?
Yeah, it pretty much prolonged the process until we couldn't any longer, because with the label and everything. So we had to sort of adapt in different ways. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we were gonna do before planning, because COVID hit right when we were planning the release. So I don't know exactly what we were gonna do different, but I believe it was a lot different than what would have happened.
Yeah. Let's go back to before all that. Tell us a little bit about putting the album together. What kind of things were inspiring you guys when you were working on this album?
Yeah, what were inspiring us is a lot of different types of music, and as you might have noticed, a lot of theater and a lot of this theme that we're having. So it was a lot of songs that I had written a long time ago and started to collaborate. I've actually been working on these songs since 2011 or something.
Yeah.
And just recently putting everything together and freshen up the sound. So the process has been very long and tedious in much ways, but so much fun.
Yeah.
We're excited to do another one.
You mentioned about theatre, and of course even the title of the album is very theatrical. Are you guys huge theatre fans?
Yeah. Not really, but I really love the theme of a band. First encounters to this was Cat the Disco's first album, when they did a circus theme. And then I saw, I grew up in the era of the disco, and My Chemical Romance, and all of these who had strong themes.
Yeah.
And then it got lost with a lot of new bands, and we wanted to bring something back and even do a little more if we could.
Yeah.
So that was the plan, and I hope it will work.
Yeah.
When we play the live shows again.
Having a theme like that, does that help with the songwriting, or does it at times kind of make it a little bit difficult because you suddenly come up with a song that doesn't match that theme?
A bit of both, but I think I write so much different genres. So for us, it was pretty much when the three of us were together to write the songs. I usually write a bass of the song, but when I introduce it to the other members, they add their element, and their elements are pretty much different genres, and we mix these three together, and then we get our sound. It's pretty remarkable that it has actually worked with all of the songs on the album.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, every song on the album sounded a lot different when I played it on an acoustic guitar and wrote the song the first time.
Yeah. How long does that process normally take? How long would it take from you laying that base of a track down to then there being a finished product? Is it a matter of weeks? Is it months? What's the process like?
The process takes quite a lot of time, but I believe when we start working on something, it goes really fast. But something to start working on, that's where the long time comes in, because I have a riff, and then I don't do anything with the riff for at least 2 years, and then it hits me when I write something else. Oh, that riff matches with this one, and when I lay them together and see, oh, this could really be a song, and I introduce it to the guys, and they really catch on to it. That's when it starts building to a real song, and then it just takes one rehearsal, but then we polish everything into the perfection, and that takes a lot of weeks. But for the main structure of the song together, it goes really fast.
Yeah.
So different elements.
And when do the lyrics come into it, and what kind of things normally inspire the lyrics for you guys?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. It depends. It can be something that I recently put my mind onto or been thinking about, and then I write something, not believing it will have anything to do with that. And then it just takes, say, 2 hours of sitting down and just mashing out words. Everything, brainstorming. And then I get to a lyric that I really, really like and start to build a song around that small hook or that small lyric, and not knowing what it's going to be about in the bigger picture. And that sort of is something coherent. And I truly like those songs.
Yeah. You mentioned before about the theatre element will come in when you get to play live. What kind of things have you got planned for those live shows, and how excited are you about being able to get out there and play shows in autumn after the success of the album coming out?
We're really excited. This live show that we've been planning is pretty special, we believe, because we planned everything to have all the senses merged in the show. We want to bring sandals or small machines that bring the scent out, so we get the scent of the setting that we want to be in, that completes the story in a sense that we have built around the band. So a town in, say, by a harbor, and then we bring the salt water smell, the salt water scent, and then we build a blue light setting on that show, and then we introduce everything and try to bring everything in with small speeches in between. But we don't want to mash this theater onto everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone that wants to come and see a rock show should see a rock show, but everyone that wants something more should get that little bit extra.
Yeah.
So we try to put everything in, but that's pretty much the theater, if you could say that.
Yeah. So when it comes to the pandemic, what is it like there for you at the moment? Here in Australia, we're kind of in that in-between period where we're down to 0 community transmissions, but we're still living with restrictions. How is it for you there at the moment?
Personally, we live in Sweden, so it hasn't been that much shut down. But I personally haven't had anyone that I know in my family or close friends that have had COVID yet. But I know of people that have.
Yeah.
So it hasn't affected me more than I have to wear a face mask at work and try to keep my distance everywhere, don't go out to pubs and the usual stuff. But I've been very fortunate, I believe.
Yeah. So they believe that...
having a really tough time.
Yeah, so they believe that you'll be able to have live shows in your autumn. Is that what they're talking about at the moment?
Yeah, I believe so. They're talking about the vaccine being distributed and done for everyone that wants the vaccine in July, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe
Yep.
it's in July. And my girlfriend just got the vaccine yesterday, so it starts to roll in.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds pretty much where you're at, where we're at the moment too. The vaccination just started to roll out this week here as well, which means that live shows are coming back at the moment. I guess to finish up, a lot of Australians are going to discover this album now that the word's getting out about the band in Australia. What would you like to say to Australians who are about to experience your album for the first time?
Hold on to your hats. We're coming for you. That's pretty much it.
Awesome.
No, we would really like to tour Australia as soon as possible. We just need to defeat this horrible disease.
Definitely.
We're coming for you.
Definitely. We would love to see you guys here sometime soon as well. So thank you so much for chatting to us today. And again, congratulations on such a fantastic album.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you. I really appreciate it in these difficult times.
Not a problem. I'll let you go. Have a great night, and hopefully we get to chat when you come to Australia as well.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Awesome. Okay, we'll talk later.
Have a great day. I'm going to bed now.
Okay, so. Then. All right, we'll talk soon. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, of course. Bye.